PsychoticKingAJ here, bringing you another King's Top 10. Today's Top 10 video, we're going to be doing Top 10 Badass Male Video Game Characters. Now, you might have heard the emphasis on male. That means these characters, all 10 of them, are only males. I am not stating that females cannot be badass video game characters. I'm stating they need a list all of their own. Wow, I just looked at my list and we've got some real doozies on here. So, also, if there's someone not on this list that you think deserves to be on the list, stay tuned, because this is not going to be just one list. There's so many characters we can get through. It's just a quick top 10. I mean, you really want to go into this? Hell, we got a series for you. Without further ado, let's jump straight into this. Let's get into our number 10 spot. Coming in at number 10, we have Ezio, Assassin's Creed. So what makes this guy a badass is he is an assassin through and through. Okay, even without the gadgets, Ezio has the hand-to-hand capabilities, and the knowledge, the straight fear base. I mean, in one of the games, Brotherhood, the very beginning, he's getting cannonballs shot at him, and he's just like, I don't, whatever, I'm gonna fight back, watch this. You know, like, that is a total badass. So, I understand Ezio's a little far down on the list, a little up high, depending on which way you want to take it. But we've got some great ones, don't worry. Which leads us into number 9. Coming in at number 9, we have Agent 47, Hitman series. So, the thing that strikes fear the most about Agent 47, I think, is the fact that he's not emotional. Nothing he does is out of thought, out of precision, out of spectrum. He is cold-blooded killer. That is what he has been raised to do. That's all he knows. What makes him a badass is the fact that he does it within a group of people, and the people don't even know he did it. It takes a true stealth person to be able to get the Hitman game just right, which is why it brings us into number 9. Number 8, Max Payne. Max Payne series. Alright, so Max Payne, I understand a lot of people, they overlook Max Payne on lists of top 10 badass characters, and I can sort of see why, but I mean, there's not much that Max Payne can't do. He's out for vengeance, but he's a cop. But he's out for vengeance. So really, he could just as easily fake situations and get these people arrested. No, he just wants to go out and shoot him in the face. Which, I can see him as a badass. Number 7. Now this one lays near and dear to my heart. Conker. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Conker the Squirrel. Why is he a badass? Well, let's see. He gets drunk, then he has to go on an epic quest, fight a big pile of poo, ride a pitchfork, kill some hay bales, and talk to this sunflower with big, giant mammary glands, we'll call them. I love Conker's Bad Fur Day. We definitely need a good Conker's Bad Fur Day sequel, prequel, don't really care. Just bring us Conker's Bad Fur Day, something along the same lines, and I'll be happy. Number 6, Kratos, God of War series. Now, I don't care what anybody says. It takes a real badass to take on the God of War and all the other gods and completely demolish the living piss out of them. Come on now. How is Kratos not a badass? Look at those swords! And they're attached to chains. He throws a sword, it comes right back. Like, it's not rocket science. Any potato can get it. There's not much more to say. Other than, I wish the God of War series would come cross-platform. As I only have an Xbox, I haven't been able to play God of War in a long time, and it kind of hurts my feelings. Feels bad, man. Number 5. Captain Price. Now, I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video that I'm only going to allow one person per franchise per list. Although it hasn't been an issue up until this point, a lot of people are going to comment below saying, well, what about Soap? Soap's a badass. But he's going to be on another list. This is Captain Price. Captain Price is overlooked when it comes to these lists because of the fact that he was outshined by other characters. But, in all reality, no one, and I mean no one, could have went into the Ukraine with a sniper and taken on the army the way he did. From game 1 to game 3, it was, in my honest opinion, all about Price, baby. Number 5. 5? 4. Number 4. Number 4. We have Doomslayer. Doom series. Now, I understand that this person has been described as, you get a picture this big of him in the bottom middle of your screen in most games. Later games, obviously, things change. But that's not what makes him a badass. What makes him a badass is the story behind it. Doomslayer goes into hell, battles the armies, comes out, and he's good. Excuse me. He's got some great feelings in the old games. Some feelings, the sounds he used to make. It's a little funny. I was watching a stream and my wife said that, man, those games were annoying. And I'm like, oh man, I got nostalgia. These aren't annoying. The sounds are perfect. Not that I want to go back there. Not gonna lie, I'm quite happy with the way games are made now. But Doomslayer is a badass, and he deserves to be high on anybody's list. Number 3. And I'm going to say the next 3 are some of my favorite badasses of all time. So, with that being said, we're going to come in right at number 3. Dante. Man. Oh, wait. Devil May Cry series. Dante has 2 guns, a whip, a sword. He goes into the battle with the devil, with other demons, and comes out basically unhurt. Why? He's a badass. His games are some of the funnest to play for the style of games they are, the old arcade action feel games. I love the Devil May Cry series. I love playing as Dante. He even looks like a badass. That red coat, black pants, white hair, the anime-ish hair. You can't talk about badasses without talking about Dante. And he gets overlooked so much. It's aggravating. I don't like it. Dante is definitely a number 3. Number 2! Your finger went in front of the camera. Number 2! We have Duke Nukem. Hail to the king, baby. Now, Duke Nukem holds a special place in my heart, as this was one of the first games I ever got. My grandfather found it in a yard sale, didn't know what it was, gave it to my mom. She didn't know what it was. So they're like, hey, let's let him play it. And play it I did. I played that game until it was worn out, I tell you. The lines that Duke has are some of the greatest lines in history. This has been proven because they're meta all over the place. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum. Later used in the movie They Live by Rowdy Roddy Piper. Hail to the King, baby. Later used by Ashley J. Williams in Evil Dead series. I mean, he is such a badass that he inspired other people to be badasses just by using his lines. It didn't matter what gun he had. He's a big-ass guy with a brush cut. The guy is so generically an American badass. Like, they couldn't have made it any more generic. And he pulled it off. Everything was so great. The voice actor was perfect. The lines were perfect. The one-liners. I mean, even in Duke Nukem Forever, which I know it was a failure. I understand. You're talking to someone here who bought the Duke Nukem for Balls of Steel edition of Duke Nukem Forever. I was severely let down. I cried a little inside, I'm not gonna lie. But still, it was a Duke Nukem game. It still had the one-liners. It still had the slutty chicks. The one-liners weren't as good, nor was the action that fun, but Duke Nukem, being a badass, does not relate to the fact that his latest game failed. Or even his last game. We don't know what's in the word for Duke Nukem, but here's hoping they bring out another Duke Nukem game that's actually good, that we can actually play, and we can actually love and fall back in love with Duke Nukem. That being said, I think it's time that we jump right into our number one pick. And this is my disclaimer that I said before, and this is where it really comes down to. I only picked one person per franchise. Number one on our list has to be, it's the Cole train, baby! Augustus Cole, Gears of War series. Now, obviously, everyone's going to be like, what about Marcus? What about Dom? What about Baird? What about Ty? What about Dizzy? What about... One person per series per video. Augustus Cole is my number one pick for this video. He is the number one Gears of War character, in my honest opinion, which I had to fight so hard to pick between Augustus Cole and Ty. But anyways, that'll be another video. This one's about Augustus Cole. Alright, so Augustus Cole, aka Cole Train. What makes him a badass? This dude went from being a thrashball pro, a sports pro. Dude played thrashball, to being given a Lancer, going out there and kicking some grub ass. First meeting Cole in Gears of War 1, you see him basically take on an entire army of like 7 grubs. He's just running in, charging, shoulder drops the one, shooting all randomly, spouting off at the top of his lungs. Fucking just... And it's lines that Cole says that make him such a badass. He's shooting 10 grubs. Oh, you can't stop this! He's so cocky. And I think the cockiness is what brings him above the rest of the Gears. And that's why he ranks number one on our list of top 10 video game badasses, Edition 1. I'm not going to put the editions in there, really, because each list is going to be its own thing. No person will cross from one list to another, so obviously you won't see these 10 guys in another list of top 10 male badasses. They will make other lists, obviously. There's other places that a lot of these guys fit. But, again, let's run down real quick those top 3, because the top 3 are the greatest. Alright, so number 3, we have Dante, Devil May Cry series. Number 2, we have Duke Nukem series. And number 1, Augustus Cole, the Cole Train, Gears of War series. Oh, crap, that's a spoiler. Sorry, didn't mean to. Yes, Augustus Cole does appear in Gears of War 4, baby. Happiest time of my life. Alright, with that being said, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I was going to say subscribe to this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell icon so you can see my other videos coming up. Like this video if you want to see more top 10 video game badasses. Don't forget to comment with other lists you'd like me to do. Hey, it's easy. Go follow me on Twitter @KingPsychotic. Also over there on Facebook, PsychoticKingAJ. Don't forget, we do live streams both here and on Twitch. So don't be afraid to go follow me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/PsychoticKingAJ. And I guess that's all for me. PsychoticKingAJ out.